This is the story about humanity. A cursory game gifted to the world by divinity. An entity manufactured and severed from eternity. The birth of great things orchestrated by the beginner himself, crafted to wield dominion over the universe. Molded on the sixth day of creation, more than just dust, obligated to a purposeful manifestation that would tend and keep the Creator's creation. Adam was his name, placed in an ever-greating Garden of Eden, his home, to keep watch and dress the garden was his duty. Dominion and power were sculpted in his palm. Everything that smelled the fragrance of nature was kept under his command. In him was the perfect personality of God, an image devoid of fraud and wickedness. Righteousness and purity streamed in his code. Humanity was never in lack, for supplies was in abundance, and he experienced no form of pain nor suffering. Greens were given to him for food. The purest of waters besieged him to quench his thirst. Then came Eve, formed by the architect of God's wisdom to man's soulmate, molded to contain the fluid of love and togetherness. Together they were blessed. Their lives were coded in a state of perpetual longevity. How fortunate humanity was until rebellion set in. When the husband has gone to do his business, the enemy of divinity came in disguise from a serpent, took a leap on the wife who revealed a secret not meant to. Eve looked at the tree and saw that the fruits were appealing to the eyes, but not to the soul. It seems to nourish the body, but in truth, it was cancerous to the spirit. She plucked the seed. A bite turned into bites. Same did the man. And that was the genesis of man's fall from glory. Evil was all that wicked creature who could do nothing else but rebel against the author of creation wanted humanity to know. That was the enemy's bait for the purchase of the souls of men who were generations away from the genesis of creation. His only stake was mankind ruining. Ever since the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil was digested, every man's intent became a threat to the original intentions of the Maker. See the fallen humanity. Originally made for perpetual habitation of earth, but now faces the reek of hardship and controlled freedom. A state where immorality lives and bears seeds of diverse demonic operations. Here with us is a generation who has chosen darkness over light, for though Christ came to halt wickedness and give men light, they still choose to wallow in darkness. A people that paid God rejection and rebellion for his loving kindness. God's love sacrificed Christ on the altar of condemnation to restore mankind back to glory. His tears, pains, sorrows and rejections was to save a decaying being from the grim of sin and darkness. His shame was for our fame. He gave riches and took our poverty. He cancelled the ordinances of lawful captivity and offered mercy and grace. He bore the cross of men on his shoulder because the burden was weighing him down, yet they still choose to wallow in explicit darkness. Jesus was gifted to shoulder the iniquities of the world so we can obtain mercy. At Calvary, his body was lashed into a wooden cross, the signpost pointing the way to the Father. God will have all men return to the purpose of creation. The white, the black, the blonde, all men. His will is for men to enjoy the realm of supernatural glory that brings mortals to immortality, bearing good fruits, which produces life eternal to the soul, as the Creator takes back his spirit in the form of breath and the body returns to the dust. So, this is to beseech you, to remember the one that loved you even before your conception. The author of creation awaits your return to glory.